Hi guys, today we'll dive into the Israeli political system. If I have to describe it in 2 words, I would say it's complicated. You guys are from the States, for instance. You think you have a complex system? Well guys, you have no idea. You have the two-party system. Well, yeah, there's the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, but let's be real, it's a two-party system. So Israel is a parliamentary democracy, meaning the people of Israel vote only for the representatives of the parliament, the 120 members of the Knesset. We do not vote for a president or prime minister, only for the parties and their members, for those 120 seats in the parliament. Then each party declares which one of the heads of the parties they believe is the most suitable to be the prime minister. It can be from their own party or from other parties as well. For the last decade, Benjamin Netanyahu, our prime minister as of 2020, was elected again and again with that system, even when he didn't have the biggest party. But he simply had more recommendations than others. And by the way, the president of Israel is just a representative job. Basically, he makes cocktail parties and ceremonies, like the Queen of England. That is why probably most of you heard of our Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, aka Bibi. But I doubt most of you heard of our President, Reuven Rivlin. What can you do? He doesn't live in Buckingham Palace or wear fancy dresses. So back to voting. In theory, the elections should be every 4 years. But since our system is so complex, so many crazy things happen in this country at a crazy rate, in reality, we have elections every 2.5 years. And on every such elections, we have an average of about 42 parties competing for my vote. 42 parties! But only 12 of them actually managed to pass the votes threshold and get into the parliament. The votes threshold used to be very low, only 0.83% of the votes. But rapidly it raised till today's votes threshold of 3.25% of the total votes. The idea was to reduce this craziness. Didn't help. So why does a country of only 9 million citizens have 42 parties with elections every 2.5 years? Well, that is mainly because every Israeli has like 7 different contradicting opinions. So we should actually wonder, how come we don't have like 20 million parties? Luckily, we can put all those opinions on Access. Let's do that. To understand the spread of ideas and opinions of all those parties, I will present the radical edges so you can figure out what's in between. The first axis is the Israeli-Arab conflict. On the radical left, we have those who believe that peace should be achieved at any price, even if that means that the state of Israel will be reduced to the size of the city of Tel Aviv. On the radical right, we have those who believe that no compromise can be reached with the Arabs, and actually the entire land of Israel should be only a Jewish state, and that the only way to ensure it is to show that we are willing to fight. The second axis is the economical one. For on the left, we have the socialist and communist parties. And on the right, right, we have the capitalist and libertarian parties. The third axis is religious. On the radical right, we have the ultra-Orthodox parties that believe this state should be an halachic state. Halacha is the Jewish religious laws. While on the left, we have all the progressive parties that believe that Israel should be a completely secular country with absolutely no Jewish or religious characteristics. And lately, we have a new axis, the legal system axis. On the left, we have those who believe that the legal system should be very activist. Hence, being able to cancel government decisions or parliament rules. And in general, that any issue is legitimate for the Supreme Court to rule about. While on the right, we have those who believe that the legal system should never intervene in the political system. Hence, stick to its traditional job of judging according to the rules set by the parliament, not changing those rules. So back to our crazy number of parties. All those parties are somewhere in this diagram. Let's mark them with different dots. But most of them are too radical on some of the axes, often more than one. So eventually, only about 12 are in the same center and manage to pass the vote threshold and get into the parliament. So just to be clear, a party can be on the right side of one axis, but on the left side of a different axis. For instance, we can have a party that on the religious axis believes in the halacha Jewish state, that the state of Israel should be a pure Jewish state according to the Jewish law. For instance, no transportation on Shabbat, the Jewish holiday at all. But at the same time, it can be on the radical left on the economical axis. For instance, believing in socialist or even communist principles. And on the conflict axis, it will be somewhere in the middle, meaning they're kind of indifferent or moderate on the subject. Now, there's nothing Israelis love more than arguing about politics. So now that you understand everything about our political system, you are welcome to join the fight. Have fun! And by the way, where are you? Don't forget to subscribe and share to get more cool videos like this. Informative yet fun. If you enjoyed this video and want to see many more like it, feel free to contribute. See the link below.